How long have y'all been going so far this fall? When did you guys start?
2 months.
Too long? I remember coming out here in scout ball and we're playing double headers against you guys Saturday and Sunday. In this squad, like it's never ending in junior college, right? Like, you guys are out here all the time grinding. It's heat. That's good, man. I'm happy for you guys. Thank you guys for having me first and foremost. Got to see a bunch of extra old Mustangs here, which is awesome, from high school. Like Coach said, signed with PVCC out of high school early on. Didn't know really where I was going. In high school, I was definitely a little overlooked in my mind, but I was definitely selfish going through high school. I was like, man, I want it for me. Like, I want to go play at ASU, Cal State Fullerton. I want to go play on the big stage in the College World Series, and that's it. Like, no other option. Thankfully, Coach Solis came by and saw something in me and gave me an opportunity to come here, and it ended up working out where I didn't come here. So definitely got some heart here with Coach. But going through that, guys, I just want to kind of get out, whether it sticks with you or not, I want to give you some tools that can make you more successful, not just on the baseball field, but off the field. For me, what I'm doing now, I started a company called Major League University. The whole concept is to educate y'all on the mental side of the game, on what's going on up here. How much time do we spend in the weight room? You guys are freaking jacked, dude. Like, it didn't look like this 5-6 years ago. You guys are donkeys. Like, we spend a lot of time in the weight room. We spend a lot of time on this field. We've got probably a 4-hour practice today, going hard, double headers all the time. But how much time do we spend on our minds? Our minds, the most powerful tool that we have, the most powerful thing that we can control, and it's free, absolutely free. So going through high school, like I said, had some great years. 4-year varsity guy, got called up my freshman year for a little bit, and got to play with a lot of good players, a couple draft picks, a couple guys who went to some really good schools, really good talent. And for me, I was always in comparison mode. And it was always like, Tony's going somewhere, Johnny's going somewhere. Why is he going to New Mexico? How did he sign with PVCC? How did he sign over with ASU? I'm so much better than him. I'm so much better, and there's this selfish aspect. I was always kind of internally selfish. I wanted it for myself. And so I went through, and my junior year comes up. I got no offers. I'm sitting there like, am I even going to play? I had a dream of being a professional athlete. I had a dream of playing with the Diamondbacks or playing with the New York Yankees. That was my favorite team at the time. I'm like, man, I want to be on that stage in the World Series, on that biggest, brightest stage, doing what I love, making a lot of money, doing what I love, man. And I got to that point, and I had no offers. I'm sitting here like, what the heck? I'm crushing it. My senior year, I get into my senior year. I signed here early on in the fall of that season. During the season, I'm hitting 560, 10 bombs, getting intentionally walked as a leadoff hitter. I have no D1 offers. And I'm like, man, like, is somebody missing me? Like, what? Do you not see something in me? I've got the talent. I've got the skill. Like, why am I not getting the accolades? Why am I not going where I want to go? Right? You guys probably have faced the same thing. A lot of you are really good high school players. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. Some of you may have gone to a D1 in Oregon State, an ASU, a U of A, and gotten bounced back. Gotten told you weren't good enough. But the biggest theme of the day is don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything. It's all in our minds. We can create anything with our minds. Our mind is so powerful. And so I get through that instance. I go through those struggles, I guess you could say, the comparison mode. Now you've got social media where you're scrolling through and it's just signed here, just signed there, just signed here, just signed there, all this signing days, right? It's an epidemic. It's crazy. And we get into comparison mode. And for me as a senior, thankfully I end up getting an offer after the season to go on and play Division I, to achieve my dream. But it doesn't end there. When I got to that level, it was good. I started as a freshman, 4-year starter in a Division I college in the Mountain West Conference with a lot of good teams, a lot of good players, a lot of good mentors, a lot of good coaches. But I still felt overlooked. I didn't find myself. I had no identity. I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know who I was meant to be. My identity from a young age was made up in baseball. What happens when you go home for Thanksgiving break? Johnny, how's baseball? AJ, how's baseball? Are you going to make it to the big leagues? Are you going to go play Division I? Why is nobody signing you? What are you doing next week for your baseball tournament? We can't wait to watch you play baseball. But they never asked, hey, how are you? Or how's your life going? How's school? I didn't care about school, but how's school? How's this? How's that? How's these different aspects of your life? Your identity starts to get made up in baseball. And somebody came along one day and told me, hey, you had a name before the game. And I was like rocket science. It's like, oh my gosh, wait, what? I had a name before the game? It made me think. We were made for a reason. We weren't made just to play baseball. We were made for a reason. Life's going to go on after this field. This may be your last year. You may be a third-year guy here at a junior college, and you're just playing just to play, to pursue the dream and extend your career. Maybe you got here because you weren't supposed to be here in your mind. Maybe you're supposed to be at a Division I, but your grades weren't good enough. But somebody told you weren't good enough in the fall and kicked you back. Maybe that's going on. Maybe you're just here and you love it, and that's what you want to achieve. But if we don't have goals and aspirations to do more, to be more, to see more, to seek more in our lives, we'll never achieve anything. So out on the baseball field, it's the same exact thing. Everything we're doing on a daily basis is for a purpose. Every practice that you take the field, every time you're in that weight room, every time you're working on your mind, you're continually callousing that baby. You're continually working on yourself and molding yourself like plastic. When you see plastic, you can keep on molding it. And our minds are like this big old factory. It's like this massive factory. Think about like the old steam engines back in the day. They're pouring stuff into these factories, the old school times, like the choo-choo train going around the tracks, man. I remember at Christmas, my dad always had a little choo-choo train going around the tracks. I loved it. And so you've got your mental factory in your mind, and what you pour in is what you're going to get out. What you pour into this thing is what you're going to get out. For instance, I'm a beast. I'm a freaking dog. I'm in that weight room. I'm grinding. I've worked harder than that pitcher. I'm smarter than him. I'm better looking. I'm more jacked. I've put in more work in the cage. I've put in more work on the field. I got better coaches. I've got better mentors. I'm a beast. You keep feeding yourself those beastly comments. You keep listening to good podcasts, good content, having people come out and speak to you and tell you that you're good enough, good things are going to happen. But guess what? It works the opposite way as well. It works the opposite way as well. What if we are putting in, hey, I'm not good enough. I struck out 4 times in the last 2 scrimmages, and coach, I'm on the edge. Coach, let me know before I came into practice today that I'm on the edge. Like, I might not make the team this year. I'm playing for a spot. How many guys end up making the team in the fall, or in the spring, sorry? How many guys? 25, Coach? 30. How many guys are out here right now? 40. Roughly 10 guys won't be here in the spring. Think about that. Roughly 10 guys, a fourth of this team, may not be here. May not be here. How do we separate ourselves? Everybody's going to the gym. Everybody's out here at practice, right? We got to be here. We've got our select time. Everybody's getting in the cage for the most part. Everybody's going out on the field, doing their early work, their prep work. Some people are asking questions, separating themselves. Some people are working on their mind, visualizing success, setting goals, gratitude, all the above, filling their mind with positive thoughts, positive actions, positive people and mentors in our life that continue to build. So for me, I had a dream. Right? I had a dream of being a professional athlete. How many guys here raise your hand if you want to be a professional athlete one day? Everybody, just about, right? Yeah, see? And I know these guys did too, right? Freaking heck of a ball player. Like, you guys got such good ball players and wisdom here to learn from every day. Ask these dudes questions. They play for some of the best coaches in the world. AJ got to play for Coach Jay Johnson at the University of Arizona. Probably one of the best coaches in the nation. I had the opportunity to play for him for 2 years. Best 2 years of my life. It was insane. What did we do every day? We visualized. We worked on our mind, and we worked our butts off on the field. Mind you, we're doing what you guys do here on the field every day, but we worked on our mind that separated us. And so for me, going through college, I had all the accolades. I was performing well. I was doing great. Everything was good statistically. And then I lost myself, man. I lost my purpose, my identity. Started to get into this downward spiral. I got hurt, right? A little adversity started to creep in, a little bit of failure. Next thing you know, I start masking it with prescription medications, with alcohol, with women, all the above. You guys experience the exact same thing here on campus, I guarantee it. Tinder, Bumble, all these little apps that we got. Scottsdale. Don't even get me started on Old Town Scottsdale. You guys don't even belong there. You're not old enough. But I'm not going to throw anybody on the bus here, but I'm sure somebody's taken a trip to Old Town Scottsdale before, right? You see what goes on down there, right? You see what goes on in campus. And for me, it was like this mask, man. I kept wearing this mask around everywhere I went. Like masking all my pain inside, masking all this worry. And I get through it, I start masking it with drugs and alcohol and all the above, just to make myself feel better. But I never worked on my mind until now. So I went through this spurt for about 3 or 4 years, where I'm just like, man, I am a wreck inside. On the outside, I'm nice, I'm generous, I'm kind, I'm laughing, I'm this and that, like putting on a persona, right? put on this mask. As baseball players, we're told to not experience our emotions. Be tough. Don't show any failure. Don't cry on the mound. Why are you no crying in baseball? No showing anger. No, pick your teammates up. Don't pout your head after an error. Right? We're taught to not show our emotions as baseball players, as athletes, as people. We're meant to be in like this shell. And we just start to bottle things up inside. Maybe you're experiencing this right now. Maybe you're experiencing this bottled up fear, this bottled up anxiety, this worry, this shame or guilt of something in your life. Maybe. I know I did. And it took this stronghold on my life. It was horrible, man. It was weighing me down. I had these chains, and it was dragging me to the ground. I didn't know how to experience it. And so I eventually, getting through baseball and going into professional baseball for about 3.5 years and seeing some of the best players in the world, $100 million guys who would show up into a Bible study randomly, who would show up at the field and they were so distraught with their life. You've got $100 million. Everybody wants to make a lot of money, right? Raise your hand if you want some money. You can do a lot of good things with a lot of money. You can do a lot of bad things with a lot of money. It goes both ways. $100 million guys showing up to the field, hurt, distraught. They don't even want to be there, contemplating suicide. Why do you think some of these actors and actresses end up taking their own lives? The pressure. They don't know who they are. They don't have an identity. The world keeps telling them who they are. The family, hey, I'm a baseball player. You're a baseball player. My coaches, you're a baseball player. That's what you are. That's what you are first. The people on campus, oh, look at that baseball player. The girls, oh, my baseball player, right? It happens all the time. We get this. It starts to feed our ego. But nobody ever really talks to us about who we are as people. So going through all this, guys, my goal for you, for the rest of your careers, whether this is the last practice that you ever have, or whether you make it to the big leagues and you're achieving your dreams, man, and you are just skyrocketing, boom. You're up there with Goldie, you're up there with Grinke, you're up there with all these boys who are doing big things. No matter where you're at, my goal for you is to never lose sight of who you are. And here's how. The first step is setting goals. We've got to set goals. If we don't have goals, we don't have anything, right? What are we striving for? What's my end goal? We always start with that long-term goal. So for you guys, professional baseball players, right? Some of the coaches, maybe professional coaches, or maybe they want to go to Division I coach. Maybe it's Division II. Maybe my goal is to be, just for you guys, I just want to go play at an NCAA school, a Division I, II, or III, I don't care. I just want to get to that next level. Go to a 4-year school. Whatever your end goal is, we start with that in mind. Step one has got to be clear and specific. Clear and specific. Where do I want to play? Where do I want to play? How do I want to do it? How am I going to achieve that? So we've got to have that end goal in mind. Then we set those midterm goals, halfway through the season, halfway through the fall. If we're a borderline guy, we've definitely got to have goals, because each day we're fighting for a spot, man. Like a bunch of crabs in the bucket trying to climb out of this bucket and get on top, right? Get out to the ocean where it's free sailing. That's how it feels sometimes, especially as athletes, man. We take our emotions and we condense them. We keep them inside so much. So we set those midterm, those halfway point goals where we're able to kind of hold ourselves accountable halfway through. Check in. Hey, am I on track for my interim goal? Am I on track to make it to a Division I or professional baseball? Am I doing the right things to get me to that point? And then the main thing, we've got to have short-term goals, daily goals. Maybe it's show up 15 minutes early for practice. Take 5 more quality swings than I did the day before. Be a good teammate to somebody. Pick somebody up. Pick somebody's glove up and run it out to the outfield because I've missed it the last 7 practices. Because I've been in my own dome about the error I made 7 days ago. Or about that strikeout I had against the lefty who was throwing poo slingers, and now I'm pissed at myself because I missed my only cock shot of the game. Right? We've all been there. We've all been there. So we've got to set clear and specific goals. We've got to. It's the only way we're ever going to be successful in anything that you do. Outside of this, clear and specific goals in my relationships, in my family life. Maybe you've got a great family life. Maybe you don't have any family life at all. We've got to set clear and specific goals for both of those. The next step, they've got to be aligned with our purpose. They've got to be aligned with our purpose. What's our purpose? Why do we play? Think about it in your head right now. If you don't take anything else out of this talk, if you're like, dude, just get off the stage in your stupid J's and create your own paradise, positive vibe movement all day, Like, get out of here, dude. Get off. If you don't think about anything else, think about why you play. What's your purpose? What guides you? What drives you every day? What gives you meaning? I'll give you an example. For me, it was my brother. My little brother, he's 16 now, autistic. He was never allowed to play. Doing what you do right now on a daily basis, what we take for granted a lot of the times, right? We get out here, we've got school, we've got relationships, we've got family, we're away from home, we've got baseball on top of this, and coach is yelling at me. Oh my gosh, my life's in turmoil. I'm shaking, right? Next thing you know, we lose our purpose and we lose our meaning for why we're even out here in the first place. So we've really got to discover why we play. I played for him because he was never allowed to do what I was able to do. So when times like this happened, where things got tough in the fall and we're grinding through 4 or 5 hour day practices and we're in the weight room every single day at 5:30 a.m. All these things that are molding us for the future. Just like that plastic, they're molding us to be into better human beings, successful men, successful fathers, successful husbands one day, successful teammates, athletes, students. All these things, we've got to know why. We've got to know why. Who do you play for? Maybe it's yourself. Maybe I play for myself, man. I'm a damn good person. I know who I am. I'm a damn good person. I'm a freaking beast inside. We've all got that inner champion. We've all got an inner champion waiting in there to be unleashed. Whether you discover it today after this talk, in 2 weeks, or in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you've got an inner champion inside of you that's waiting to be unleashed. And if you guys collectively put these inner champions together, you think you're going to be pretty good on the field? You think come springtime, some of these other schools are going to want to see a PVCC out there on the field? No shot. You're going to freaking smash them. But it's got to be a group effort. We've got to have a purpose, our individual purpose and our team purpose. Individual and team. Some of you leaders on this team, take charge. Take charge and lead these guys, man. If you've been here for a couple years, if you're one of the veterans, help these guys out. Help them out. Help them find their way. Help them find their purpose. Help them find their meaning to why we're playing, what we're doing every day, why all of this today is important, why a talk in the fall is important for the spring, planting the seed, letting it grow. After that, guys, they got to be challenging, but not unattainable. Your goals got to be challenging. They got to challenge you every single day. They got to push you to your limits. They got to make you feel uncomfortable. They've got to make you almost question why you're doing what you're doing. Your goals got to be big and massive, but they can't be unattainable. Can't be unrealistic. If I'm a 78 mile per hour lefty, I'm probably not going to Rice. Right? I'm probably not going to Rice. But if I'm a really good hitting right-handed shortstop, and I'm raking, man, I'm hitting 350, and my goal is to get to ASU, that's attainable, right? That's pretty attainable. It's challenging. It's not easy to get recruited there, but it's attainable, right? I can do that. So we've got to have attainable goals. Maybe it's winning a championship. Maybe it's playing for the guy next to me. When you look to your left and your right, these are the guys that you are grinding with every single day of your life, for the next year at least. You are grinding with these guys, man. You're in the gutter. You're going through the good, bad, and the ugly, through family issues, through school issues, through social issues, all the above. We're grinding together. This is our close-knit group. This is our family, man. This is our family. That's the most beautiful thing about baseball, right? It brings people from all these different aspects of life, man. All these different aspects of life together over a game where we play for fun, where we enjoy our time. We enjoy this time out there with our guys. So once we have our goals in mind, once we have our mission, our purpose, why we play, and we've set these goals for our life, for our season, for each day, what are we going to do today that's going to make us better for the next day? How are we going to get 1% better today to help us in the long run? If we get 1% better every day, that's 30% a month. Imagine in, 4 months season? You guys open up January or February now? February? 4 or 5 months. Oh my gosh, you think you're going to be a pretty dang good player 4 or 5 months if we get 1% better every day? If we get out there and we work harder, just a little bit harder, just a little bit harder, a little bit smarter every single day, we're going to be pretty dang good. And at the end of this, we've got to visualize our success. If we have more time today, I'd take you guys through a visualization exercise that would change your life if you let it. If you let it. When I was in your shoes in high school and college, and somebody came up to me and showed me visualization, I laughed. I was like, dude, you're an idiot. Like, who's this preacher guy coming over here and trying to tell me to visualize my dreams? Like, this isn't the secret. This isn't the law of attraction. I'll tell you what, visualization changed my life. It still does. And it changed our season in college. For 2 years, we had just about the same team. We didn't visualize once. Jay Johnson comes in, we start visualizing every day. Next thing you know, we have a few guys come in like myself who are teaching us how to visualize our dreams and visualize our success and see it before it happens with our goals. And next thing you know, 8 out of the 9 guys are hitting over 300. We won a championship. 6 or 7 guys get drafted after 4 years of nobody going anywhere. Directly correlates to our success. For me personally, 14 bombs, 350, crushing it at Division I college, crushing it. Going to pro ball, 18 homers, tie Paul Goldschmidt's record, lead the league in RBIs, walks, all the above. You name the category, I led it. Next year, fail a drug test. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, I got to call mom and dad. Explain to them what happened. That wasn't easy. And guess what happened once that drug test call happened? I lost all my mentality, man. I lost the mental side of the game. I stopped visualizing. All the practices that were setting me up for success every day, visualization, understanding my purpose, understanding my goals, what I wanted to achieve every day, just went away. And what follows? Lack of success. 2 very average years of me searching, soul searching, man, inside. You could be there right now. You could not. I hope you're not. Like I said, my goal for you is to not feel that way ever. I don't wish that upon anybody. But if you are, I'm here for you. These coaches are here for you. You've got people in your corner that are a phone call away, text away, a little short drive away, that are here for you. So visualizing our success, the power of mental imagery, seeing our success happen. We lay there, we get comfortable, 5 to 10 minutes, that's all it takes. How many of you guys think you could take 5 or 10 minutes in your day to see yourself succeed if it was going to lead to more success out here? If I told you these bands that you're going to use were going to make your arms stronger, you'd probably do it. Some of you pitchers, where's my pitchers? Raise your hand. If I told you that, hey, I got this success formula. I've got the secret sauce, right? Got the secret sauce. I'll give it to you. You're going to be 5 more miles per hour better. Garce, I know Garce would be taking this all day. He'd be taking the secret sauce all day. The secret sauce is going to help you be 5 more miles per hour better. You're going to be frickin', I don't know, who throws hard in the big leagues? Everybody. Everyone's 98 now, and that's all you get. You're going to do this. If it took 5 or 10 minutes, you'd probably be like, yeah, I'll do that. Sure. Dude, anything you say, yes, sir, all day. Line me up. You hitters, if I said, oh, you're going to jump from 6 home runs to 12 home runs this year. You're not going to hit 280 again. You're not going to be an average college athlete. You're going to be elite. You're going to hit 340. You're going to hit 12 home runs, and you're going to lead the league in RBIs. And it's going to take you 5 or 10 minutes every single day. You think you do it? You think you do it? Absolutely. Absolutely. If somebody came in and said, I could take this little shot in my arm, and next thing you know, I'm jacked, and it's not steroids. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But if you just come through, boom, put this patch on your arm, you're going to be freaking massive, dude. Just do it. 5 or 10 minutes a day, that's all it takes. You're going to do it. How many of you guys think we could spare those 5 or 10 minutes every day to do this? Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the power of mental imagery, seeing ourselves succeed, it's a mental highlight reel. Think back to all of the times that you've had success. Through high school, through college, through the fall, in the last week's scrimmage. Whatever it might be. Hitting a bomb that hits that motorcycle guy in the face. Jeez, man, I can't stand those cars, man. They're crazy. Just a little bit, just seeing yourself succeed, man. This is me in the box, I'm locked in. Oh my gosh, meatball. Laser shot, right? I'm on the mound, I'm sitting there, I'm freaking just locked in, man. Like, it's me, I'm breathing. Execute, low strikes. I'm seeing myself pounding the bottom of the strike zone because here, I don't care if you're swinging a wood bat, the ball's flying. Some big boys out here. Some big boys out here, right? The ball can go a little bit. Seeing our success, the power of that mental imagery, guys, is so huge. So to recap, we set our goals, clear and specific. What's our purpose? What's our end goal? What do we want to achieve in our life? Do I want to be a doctor, a dentist? Do I want to go out and change the world? Do I want to change the world? Do I want to end drug addiction? Do I want to rebuild homes for different countries? What do I want to do? What's my purpose? Do I want to be a school teacher? What do I want to do? A Major League Baseball player. We start with that end goal in mind. We build up daily specific goals that can get us there. 1, showing up to practice a little bit earlier. Getting in a few extra quality swings. 3, working on our minds. Being a good teammate. Extending a helping hand to somebody who just made an error out in the field. Being, dude, it's all good. I got you. It's all good. Coming together as a squad. And then we visualize this. We sit there before practice, or we can do it at night, or right when we wake up for 5 or 10 minutes. I think I could spare 5 or 10 minutes from scrolling through social media and comparing myself to the world, right? Comparing myself, I'm just scrolling through and gosh, I'm never gonna get there, I'm never gonna get there. Oh my gosh, that chick is hot. Yeah, oh, double tap, swipe right, right? Happens all the time, guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, it happens all the time. Right here's when it happens the most. In college. Temptation, it's all around us. But how committed? How committed are you to your goals? How committed to your dreams are you? How badly do you want success? How badly do you want to succeed? How badly do you guys want to win a championship this year? Who wants to win a championship? Now let me say one more. Who wants to dogpile on the frickin' mound? On the opposing team's mound? Yeah. Who wants to just rub it in their face and give them one of these, man? Just like I'm pumping in the club, right? Going hard. Going hard. Visualize your success. Guys, I'm here for you whenever you need it. I'm a phone call away, a text away, whatever you need to do to get in contact with me, I'm here. I'm an open book, man. Anytime you need something. But what I want you to understand is that your minds are so powerful. In high school, I would have never thought I'd do this. If you had told me in high school to come up here and speak to a bunch of grown men, I would have shit a brick. Oh man, I would have turned beet red and I would have been so scared. I've been Coach Delis. No, thank you. Not happening this year. I'm not doing it. But once you start to train your mind, man, you can do anything. You can do anything. Anything at all. So guys, thank you for having me here. I appreciate y'all having me here. I wish you nothing but success this year. Like I said, I'm always a phone call away. I want you guys to succeed. And I hope I'm back here to help work with you guys for the extended future, man. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Oh.